Most people don't find out their transmission is failing. They find out it has failed. There is a difference, and that difference on average costs somewhere between $3,000 and $7,000, depending on whether you caught what your car was trying to tell you or whether you ignored it until the decision was made for you. Here's what I've seen over and over again in this shop. A transmission does not go from fine to finished overnight. It sends warnings, 4 of them, almost always in the same order. Each one is your car asking you a question. Each one you ignore is that question getting louder. By the end of this, you'll know how to read every one of them. And more importantly, you'll know the one home check that tells you whether you're still in the early stages or already running out of time. The Kelley Blue Book puts the average cost of transmission replacement between $2,900 and $7,100 for most vehicles in the United States in 2025. That is not a rebuild. That is not a minor repair. That is a new transmission. And according to service data from multiple transmission specialists, the majority of vehicles that end up at that number showed clear early warning signs for months, sometimes over a year, before the transmission actually stopped working, which means most of those bills were not inevitable. They were just ignored. Warning 1, the hesitation. When your car pauses before it moves, you've probably done this without noticing. You shift into drive in the morning, maybe while you're still drinking your coffee, and there's a small pause, a beat, maybe 2, before the car actually starts moving. It's not dramatic. The engine is running fine. The car just waits. Most people assume that's normal. Cold morning. Engine needs a moment, nothing to worry about. Here's what's actually happening. Your transmission uses hydraulic pressure, basically fluid under pressure, to engage the right clutch packs and bands that put your car in gear. When that pressure is healthy and your fluid is in good condition, engagement is almost instant. You shift, you move. When the fluid is old, low, or the pressure is starting to drop, the system takes longer to build that pressure. That delay is the hesitation you feel. And here's the critical detail. A 1 or 2 second delay when cold, which occasionally goes away as the car warms up, is the earliest stage. That delay getting longer, happening when the car is fully warm, or starting to appear when you shift from drive into reverse as well, that is the warning escalating. The fix at this stage is often a fluid service. Transmission fluid for most automatic vehicles should be checked and evaluated somewhere between 30,000 and 60,000 miles, depending on how you drive. If yours has never been touched and you're past 60,000 miles, there's a meaningful chance the fluid is part of what's causing that hesitation. The financial window here is the difference between a fluid service, typically $150 to $300, and what comes next if you wait. And what comes next is where it gets harder to ignore. Warning 2, the slip when the engine revs, but the car doesn't follow. This one is harder to miss. You press the accelerator, the engine responds, the RPMs climb, and the car doesn't accelerate the way it should. There's a disconnect. The engine is doing its job. The transmission is not passing that power through to the wheels. This is what mechanics call gear slipping, and the analogy that captures it best is this. Imagine pressing a gas pedal on a bicycle while the chain has jumped off the gear. You're pedaling. Nothing is happening. The effort is going nowhere. Inside your transmission, there are clutch packs, sets of friction plates that grab and hold to lock in the correct gear. When they wear down, or when they're not getting enough hydraulic pressure to clamp properly, they slip instead of grip. The engine revs. The clutch can't hold. The car hesitates to accelerate. At highway speeds, that same slip can show up as a brief, unexpected loss of power during a gear change, like the transmission went neutral for half a second and then caught up. Now here's the part that trips people up. Gear slipping can be caused by low fluid, and sometimes, not always, but sometimes, catching it at this stage and getting the fluid addressed is enough to stop the slipping. But there is an important warning that experienced transmission technicians consistently flag. If a high-mileage vehicle has never had its transmission fluid changed, and that fluid is very dark and contaminated, the old fluid may actually be providing some of the friction that worn clutch packs are relying on to grip it all. Pour in fresh, clean fluid, and those clutches can slip worse than before. This is not a reason to never change your fluid. It is a reason to have a professional check the condition of the fluid before deciding what service is appropriate. The color and smell of the fluid tells a clear story. Fresh fluid is bright red to pinkish red, slightly sweet smelling, transparent when you hold it up to light. Fluid that is aged normally turns darker red, then light brown. Fluid that has overheated turns dark brown to black and smells burnt, similar to burnt toast, sometimes sharper and more chemical. That smell, once you've noticed it, is not something you forget. If your fluid is black and smells burnt, a flush is not automatically the right answer. A professional inspection section first is. Warning 3 is the one most people don't connect to the transmission at all, and it's the one that tends to arrive right before the expensive conversation happens. Warning 3, the shudder when the car shakes during a gear change. This one tends to get blamed on everything else first. Bad roads, old tires, suspension, an engine problem. People spend money on things that aren't broken because the shudder doesn't feel like a transmission problem. It feels like something is loose. Here's what's actually happening. When your automatic transmission shifts gears under normal conditions, you should feel almost nothing. Modern automatics are designed to be seamless, a slight, barely perceptible firmness at most. When you start to feel a distinct jolt, a shudder, or a shake that happens at the moment of a gear change, the transmission is struggling to transition smoothly between gears. Worn clutch packs, degraded fluid that's lost its friction modifying properties, or a failing shift solenoid, a small electronic valve that controls when and how gears change, can all cause this. Think of it like a door hinge. A well-lubricated hinge swings silently. A dry, worn hinge catches, drags, judders. The gear changes the hinge. The shudder is what a worn, under-lubricated hinge feels like from inside the car. The shudder during gear changes is significant because it means the transmission is no longer just struggling with pressure. It's struggling mechanically, and mechanical struggle left unaddressed accelerates wear on every component involved. There is also a specific version of this worth knowing. If the shudder happens primarily during light throttle at highway speeds, often between 40 and 55 miles per hour, that is frequently associated with the torque converter, the component that transfers engine power into the transmission. Torque converter shudder has a distinct feel, more of a vibration than a jolt, almost like briefly driving over rumble strips at highway speed. It's caused by a worn internal clutch inside the converter itself, and it matters because a torque converter replacement, caught early, is a very different repair bill than a full transmission rebuild. Warning 4, the fluid, the check you can do in your driveway in 60 seconds. Here is the warning that almost nobody checks because most people don't know it exists. Your transmission fluid is a direct window into what is happening inside a sealed system you can't otherwise inspect, and checking it takes about 60 seconds. On vehicles with a transmission dipstick, many older and mid-range vehicles have one, often located toward the back of the engine bay with a brightly colored handle. Pull it out with the engine warm and running, wipe it on a clean white paper towel, and look at what you've got. Bright red or pinkish red, slightly see-through, healthy, no action needed beyond your normal service schedule. Darker red or light brown, still oily, aging but functional. Plan a fluid service soon. Dark brown, burnt smell, degraded from heat. Get it serviced and find out why it's running hot. Black, opaque, smells strongly burnt, or has visible particles or a metallic sheen. This is a serious warning, not a fluid change situation, a diagnosis situation. That fluid is telling you the transmission has been running too hot for too long, or that internal components are shedding material into the fluid. Either way, driving on it accelerates the damage. And there is one more check on that dipstick that most guides skip entirely: the level itself. Transmission fluid does not get consumed the way engine oil does during normal operation. If the level is low, the fluid went somewhere. A leak, a seal, a line. Low fluid is not a top-up situation and move on. It's a find the source first situation because a transmission running low on fluid is being starved of both lubrication and the hydraulic pressure it needs to function. That is how a manageable situation becomes a replacement conversation. When this is beyond a home check, here is the honest version of this. Everything above gives you the tools to recognize what's happening early, but there is a point where the right move is a professional diagnosis before spending anything else. If you are experiencing gear slipping combined with dark or burnt fluid, that combination needs to be diagnosed before any fluid service is performed. If the shudder or hesitation is getting worse week over week rather than staying stable, the problem is progressing. If the check engine light has come on alongside any of the symptoms above, the transmission control module has logged a fault code. That code needs to be read. Many auto parts stores will read codes for free before deciding on a repair path. And if the transmission has stopped engaging entirely, engine revs normally, car won't move, that is not a fluid problem. That is either a catastrophic internal failure or, in some cases, a failed shift linkage or control module. Either way, it's a shop visit before anything else. Here is what to take away from this. 4 warnings, almost always in this order. Hesitation when shifting into drive or reverse. That's your earliest window. Fluid service is often the entire fix. Gear slipping, where the engine revs but the car doesn't follow. The window is still open but it's narrowing. Fluid condition matters enormously here before deciding on a service. Shudder during gear changes. The transmission is struggling mechanically. This needs attention, not monitoring. Fluid that's dark, burnt, low, or contaminated. This is your direct line into what's happening inside a sealed system. Check it before you spend money anywhere else. The difference between catching this at warning 1 and arriving at warning 4 is not just mechanical. It is the difference between a $200 fluid service and a $4,000 rebuild. That gap exists because the transmission was trying to communicate the whole time. Most people just weren't taught what to listen for. Now you are. If this is the first time anyone has laid these 4 warnings out in order for you, that's worth a like, because that's how someone else gets to see this before they're already sitting across from a $5,000 estimate. Subscribe to Your Motor Care for breakdowns like this every week, straight answers, no filler, nothing to sell you. And drop a comment with this. Have you ever felt that hesitation when shifting into drive and written it off as nothing? Because based on what you now know, what do you actually think it was?